Okay, so just completed day 2 of Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within, and just ended on a really great note where we sort of recapped everything that we had covered over the last 2 days in this beautiful sort of meditation, heartfelt meditation. And I like how it ended. It was a great way to end the day, and yeah, as you can tell, you can probably tell I'm a big fan of the whole meditation type stuff. Because I think it just puts you in such a beautiful, loving state. So what did we cover today? We covered quite a few things. We covered the whys. Why do we do what we do? So another thing to know is Tony wasn't here today. It was a bunch of other speakers. So the speakers weren't as good as on the first day. I would say Tony is definitely special in the way he communicates. His stories are just more entertaining, but these speakers still held their own and they did a great job. So we had a speaker, and then we watched clips of Tony speak. We wrote some notes down, and then we had a few guest speakers as well. We had one guest speaker who is a triathlon, and hearing her story, coming out as a lesbian, failing at being a triathlon and overcoming adversities. And what I really got from that is how you have to dream big, and you have to allow yourself to do things you didn't think were possible. You have to allow yourself to do things you didn't think were possible. And that was a big takeaway. I'm just gonna sit down and I'm gonna take up the book so I can go over some of the actual shit we went over today. Okay. So we started with the whole Wheel of Life exercise. One of the first things we did, which we evaluated the different parts of our life on a wheel. So that's celebrating contribution, physical body, emotions and meaning, relationships, time, work, career, mission, finances. So we evaluated all these different things and we rated ourselves from 1 to 10. And for the things that we weren't so strong on, we looked at gaps. So what are the gaps, how we can resolve them. We worked on finding our passion. So we wrote out what we love. We write out what we hate, what we are passionate about, what we really want. And the thing I really love about this exercise is we were made to smile when writing out what we love, and we were made to smile when we were writing out what we hate. And I found it really changed the way I related with the content and gave me a different perspective. And that's something I've noticed in this whole event, as it's been very simple things, but they've added this emotional quality to it, which I think is what it makes it special. It makes an experience being with other people and having this wider sort of emotional journey with other people. So we're not just listening to the content and intellectualizing it, which is what I usually do. We are trying to anchor it into different emotions. And I would say that's the key if you're trying to change any habit or create long-lasting change, is to come up with that more emotional response. Yeah. I'll just read some stuff out, know your outcome, clarity is power, know your reasons why is it a must, take massive action, know what you are getting, and check in to see how you're doing. Change your approach. So what you look at, you go towards. And I noticed they talked about energy as well. They talked about energy, which was cool to see. Especially towards the end, we did a mirroring exercise where we tried to mirror the emotions of somebody else. And so with groups of 3 and you somebody acted out or remembered a emotional state that they had been in the past. And it was the other person's job to try to mirror that and feel what they're feeling. And it was a great lesson to show how we can pick up on the energies of other people. And they talked about this interconnectedness or divine sort of nature of energy, and talked about the energy of the room and connection and things like that, which I thought was cool because I'm into that spirituality stuff, but I didn't think mainstream sort of people would discuss it really. But yeah, they did. And they also did a raise of hands, like, do you believe in the divine, things like that, and pretty much everyone put up their hands, which is interesting to see. And I'll be really curious to see if you polled the average population, would you get a similar result, or in success-focused people, do you find they're more likely to believe in the divine? That's something I'm very curious about, and I don't know the answer to. So they went over a bunch of stuff. Overall, it wasn't as good as yesterday. I was also very tired, so hopefully get some great sleep in tonight. Wasn't as good as yesterday, but still a great experience. I met some cool people, and there's a lot of sections I still need to fill out in my booklet and really write out. So I think in my spare time there's going to be a lot of good work to do, really. Some really great exercises that I can come back to again and again and again. So it's kind of now I have the framework and I've kind of learned the things I've talked about. Now I can move forward in my life and have kind of a system, and also that sort of emotional experience, that great emotional experience that this provided today. So I'm very interested to see what happens tomorrow. Day 1 was phenomenal. Day 2's been pretty decent so far. Pretty decent for the whole day. The day's over. Looking forward to day 3 and then day 4. Catch you later.